So now I'm in Oklahoma, which is officially the cutoff point of like cool states to be in. You know, it's like, Oklahoma and east of Oklahoma, it's pretty much, well, this is it. There's no fun to be had here. Like, these are just states that you drive through and try to stay awake and just get through it, because the drivers, like, it's not so bad in Oklahoma, but once you get to Oklahoma, you start to notice that, the retardation sets in again, and like, slowly but surely, the more easterly you go, people just can't fucking drive anymore, especially on the interstate. Just like all the rules go out the window. It's every man for himself. Nobody knows what the fuck's going on. It's just fucking idiotville. Arkansas, going up through Memphis. Hopefully I fucking survive that, because last time that I went through there, it was a debacle, and I literally got, like, harassed and bullied on the roadway by some fucking prick-ass douche in a fucking sports car with a vanity plate that was, like, some obscene shit. I, like, literally called the police on that motherfucker. I was like, they just got off on exit whatever, like, fucking... Of course, they won't do shit, but I'm just saying, it's like, I want to build some things. Like, I want to build one thing particularly, and I just don't know, how that's going to work out. I mean, it's not like 100% necessary for me to build this thing that I'm thinking about, but it would be like really great. So I want to do that. Hopefully I'll be able to do that. So anyway, I'm excited about this mission and project, and it's just like there's a grace period when you travel on the road, and it's like there's a window of opportunity to do the things that you want to do, right? And then that window of opportunity starts to close. And the time before it closes officially is called the grace period. And it's during the grace period that you have to make it back to base, essentially, right? Now, if you don't have a base and you didn't choose to live in your car and, you're doing this because you have to and you don't have any other choice, the rules for you are different. I would say the grace period and that whole thing still applies, but it's just the rules for you are different because your circumstance is different. But for me, I do have somewhere to go back to, and it's like a lot of people live in their vehicle because they don't want to pay rent, and they want to save money and not pay rent, right? Well, that's not my situation. Doing this and going out here and traveling is a huge expenditure of money that I would otherwise not be spending, So it's not the same for me. But I think in general, it does apply. There is a window of opportunity and there is a grace period. And I'm in the grace period right now. I'm using the last of this window to get back to my base. Because eventually your luck will run out, right? It's a numbers game. It's like eventually something terrible would go wrong, right? Terrible car trouble, or you get in an accident, or whatever kind of stuff like that. It's like, it's all eventualities, basically, I'm not saying it would be life-ending, earth-shattering shit. It just would be a fucking big deal that you don't want to have to deal with, Like, there were things that happened, as I've documented in the videos, that were just about a really, really bad fucking situation, okay? I mean, I came fucking close a few times to it's just not good, It's really just not good at all. So, it's like, I was presented with a window of opportunity to go and have that experience, have those, that traveling experiences, right? And my intention was, and I set off with the intention of, oh, this is forever. This is just forever. You know what I mean? It's like, that's that spirit of wanderlust that kind of disengages your hold on reality. You know what I mean? And you have to, like, snap out of that at some point, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I'm not a hard-headed person when it comes to that. Like, I listen to the signs. I pay attention to the signs. Like, you know, that's what I am supposed to do because I can see them so well. You know what I mean? And it's like, I know the cutoff point. Like, I know when it's done. I know when it's over. You know what I mean? And I thought it would be really hard for me to accept. I thought it would be, like, soul-crushing and devastating and just, like, gut-churningly, like, sad and shit. But actually, it wasn't. It literally wasn't. It was like, I woke up one day and I was like, yeah, this is it. It's over. It's done. And I think kind of not having a vision of the future is a big problem. It causes a lot of mental pain. And it also causes you to not have any anchor in the future, you know? And I just did not have a vision for the future, like, whatsoever. As it pertained to this window of opportunity closing and having to go back to base, I did not have a vision. I did not. And it hurt. It hurt to not have a vision. It was painful to not have a vision. So I'm grateful that I do now, and I'm grateful that I have a project and a mission to accomplish. And, you know, it's not living in my car, but it's also not traditional living either, you know. Hopefully I can pull it off. Hopefully I can fulfill the vision the way that I see it. And if I do, I feel like it'll be one of the coolest things I've ever done. You know, like, for myself, and just as far as, like, things that I never would have thought I would ever do. If I can achieve this, it'll be great. So, you know, the fact is, I'm not going to stop making videos. I mean, just because, you know, I started this channel under the guise of living in a vehicle. You know, it's like, it's more than that. You know, it's just me. It's just me, you know. And it's just my life and whatever my life is at the time. You know what I mean? So, you know, I am an incredibly contradictory person. I'm a walking contradiction, and it bothers people. You know, I get people pissed off at me because one day I say one thing, the next day I say another thing, and the fact of the matter is that I change like the wind. You know, it's like, I don't ever just keep wanting the same thing consistently forever. You know what I mean? Like, it'd probably be a lot easier if I did, but I just don't. And I can't, you know, I can't be consistent. And, so variation and contradiction and all of these types of things, just complete and total, like, transformations. That's just what I do, you know, and I'll be documenting it on this channel, and that's just all there is to it, you know, just on the internet in general, like, regardless of YouTube or anything like that. It will be documented. It might take a week or so. I'm not really sure how long it's going to take for me to actually set this up and start building this and doing this. It's going to take a little while, but we'll just see how it goes. I mean, it's happening. This shit's going to happen. If I live through Memphis and fucking live through the rest of this shit, right? It's like when you're just la-di-da driving around out west, you know, maybe you are deep off in the shit on BLM land, almost flipping your car over. I mean, yeah. But for some reason, even compared to, like, some shit like that, driving through these, like, more easterly states is a different kind of, like, fucking do or die survival. Like, it just takes every ounce of every ounce of attention and focus that you fucking have to like survive this area of the country. It's just that simple. So that's what I'm gonna be focused on. And it's always so fucking weird to arrive back home. Like, it's always been like that. I've been on road trips many times in my life from childhood, you know, to very like distant places. You know, it's like as distant as you can travel in a vehicle, basically, you know what I mean? Taking boats and shit to get there, and it's like taking, you know, ferries to get there, and it's just like, those experiences, those trips are so magical and so fucking amazing and different from your regular life that when you get back to your regular life, you're just like, it's just, oh God, it just sucks so bad. And it's not because like your regular life sucks. It's like, it's not even that. It's just fitting back into an old matrix once you've expanded your being, basically. Like, I remember taking road trips to like North Atlantic Canada, you know, when I was a kid, and then I would come back home, which I love my childhood home, absolutely love it. You know, I don't live there now, like that's not where I live now, like it's gone. But it's like, when I used to come back there, it'd be like I would, you know, step in the front door, start to walk down the hall, and the hall would seem so much smaller. Like, it's very odd, the change in perception when you go back to an old matrix and you try to fit into it, you know. It's like, and that's why that's not what I'm gonna do this time. I'm not gonna try to fit back into it. I'm expanding the sphere of it, and I'm gonna be doing my daily life in a way that I've never done it before anywhere. And I feel about it like I feel about the vehicle living, you know. It's like I've always said, it's like, if you can do this, do it, just do it, you know. There's no reason not to. And that's how I feel about this new project, is that I've never done it before, so I can't say everybody should do this, everybody should try this, because I've never done it, so I don't actually know if it's like doable, or if it sucks, or if it's just fucked up, or whatever. Like, you know, I know living in your vehicle is doable and awesome, and it's a blast to travel, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I know that, so I can recommend that safely. But this thing that I'm about to be trying, I don't know if I can recommend it, you know. And I'm gonna find out, and you're gonna find out. But I'll hold off on saying, yeah, it's the thing to do, fucking do it, you know, because I haven't done it. But we're gonna see just how alternatively you can really live. And that is my new vision.